afternoon.
Hello.
So is it possible for me to talk to director of the museum, please?
Certainly. Who's calling, please?
Adam.
Okay, just a moment.
Yeah.
Ryan, Adam is here to see you. Okay, thank you very much. Just a moment.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, hi. I'm Adam.
Yeah. Hello, Brian.
Nice to meet you, Brian. Not too bad. What is your role in the running of the Limerick City Museum?
I'm the acting curator of the museum, which means that I'm in charge of the day-to-day running. The former curator retired with ill health last year, and I've taken over from him. The duties that I do, they include planning exhibitions, the finance, the day-to-day running, making sure that the doors are open, in fact all aspects of the museum, apart from sitting on the front desk, which we have two attendants who do that.
What is it about museum that you enjoy the most?
I think actually meeting and talking to people who are looking for something. Varies from day to day, but we get lots of people in who actually may be looking for ancestors or doing some historical research, and I get a buzz out of actually finding an answer for them, and that they actually, I like to see someone go away happy, and I get a good kick out of that. Yeah.
What sort of objects would visitors find in your museum?
We have a wide range of objects. There's about 55,000 in the museum altogether, and on display we're particularly proud of the Limerick silver, the lace, but we also have examples of a wide variety of things. There's an exhibition of coins, there's medals, there's an independence section, Limerick Soviet section, so there's a wide variety of objects actually on display, and we've got a lot more in store as well, so that if people, I should say that we have the whole catalogue up online, so people can browse the catalogue, and if anybody wants to come and have a look at a particular object, that if it's not on display, then we can actually get it out.
What is your favorite piece?
Favourite piece, I don't actually have a favourite piece, but it changes from day to day. I suppose because I've been made acting curator, I suppose the one thing I like is a clock that we bought, which was the very first piece that I got when I was in charge. So there's a sort of sentimental reason behind it, I suppose.
How did you get the artifacts?
There's three ways of getting artifacts or getting objects into the museum. The first is by donation. There's a lot of very generous people out there. There's a case just over there which is full of the memorabilia of Michael Colliver, who was the first TD for Limerick. He was in charge of the Irish Volunteers in the War of Independence, and that's an example of a very generous donation. It's over 1,000 pieces which were given to the museum. The other way is we buy a lot of stuff from various places. It might be offered to us from someone just walking in with a piece that is of interest. We get a lot of catalogues from book dealers, the like, and we might buy from them or buy at auction. And then the third way is by loan, where somebody is not giving us the object, but will let us have the object on loan for 6 months, a year, 5 years, or whatever, and we can put it on display. So there's the three ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What role does the museum plays within the Limerick community?
I like to think it's a resource for the community, that it's here for everybody, that it belongs to the city, it's the people's museum, and therefore they can come and look at anything and everything, and I hope that they will learn from it.
With regards of age, education, interest, etc., would you witness a wide variety of visitors at the museum?
Well, we get 17,000 people a year. Most of them, I think, are tourists. We get quite a few local people. The one thing where I think we do fall down a little bit is that we don't have a proper education program, and I'd like to develop that and to be able to bring in more students and school children. I feel that we need to do a little bit more to bring them in, but we get tourists from all over the world.
Based on your experience, how beneficial do you think it is for people of Limerick to know the history of their city?
I think it's very important that people know the history of the city, because it gives them a sense of place, a pride in the place. I mean, Limerick's got a long history, and it's played an important role in Irish history, and therefore I think people should take pride in it, and they should learn about it.
Does the museum and Limerick history reveal anything that people might consider surprising?
Well, Limerick, I think there's two questions there, the museum and Limerick history. I will just answer and say that I think really that one thing that is amazing about Limerick is that there's always been a diversity of different occupations, which I think would be surprising. I have here a book on the occupations of Ireland in 1841, and there are 248 different occupations listed in Limerick City as different jobs. What is interesting to note is that some of them have disappeared over time, whereas others have come back. I was flicking through this just before talking to you, and I was very pleased to see that the tollgate operator has come back with the opening of the Limerick Tunnel. They probably faded out in the late 19th century, but it's an occupation that someone can put down again as when they're asked, what do you do?
What was the most exciting exhibition you had in the museum so far?
We haven't had a great number of exhibitions, apart from the general one which we're sat in now, which is the permanent exhibition. The upstairs, though, we did have a very interesting display of all the artifacts which were found in the Abbey River when they built the main drainage, all the archaeological material, right, real cross-section from about 1,000 up into the 20th century. Basically it was all material which had been deposited in the river. I thought it was interesting in that sometimes you wondered how things got there. I mean, for instance, there was guns, a number of guns which maybe someone was walking along and saw the police coming and threw it in the river. There was a lot of stories involved. The only thing I felt that it lacked was, to bring it right up to the modern day, we should have had a shopping trolley as an example of something that gets thrown into the river.
Do you have any upcoming projects you can introduce to us and visitors?
There's we don't have any major projects coming up. What we do have is the art gallery. That's it's closed for the moment, and we've lent the upstairs room to the gallery until next May. We've got an exhibition of prints at the moment, but I'm hoping that the gallery will change the exhibition a couple of times before next May. So there should be changes, but I don't know yet what they're going to be. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Brian. Thanks for your time, and hope to see you
Thank
again.
you. Yeah, thank you.